And at this point, this present season, I'm sure everybody with a heart for truth have noticed, pretty much, it's pretty much the revelation that we now got, as far as I know recently all over my platforms, even in some quotes, and I've been shedding light on the longevity, of this tremendous hate crime that was premeditated against my life. And it's a situation that's not a theory and it's not really debatable, because the fact is history confirms, you feel me? History confirms my statements, my truths. It's been like a hatred against God. God has been lied on. You can, anybody that look back there, all those years way back, and then they'll start seeing it's a lot of the little events that happened that were, contributing to, and building up, for larger situations, and some situation that happened, way back, in the early 2000s and all of that, was actually, pre-planned and then used, as an excuse to, clear out the way for Eli, so Eli could be profited off of. You know what I'm saying? It was used as an opportunity. And when you look at some events that happened before that point, you can realize it's questionable as to what the true origins of that really was when you think about it. For example, these are examples. And so, my point is, situation really, outdated, it outdated the time, period. Like the damages that linger from such a egregious type of persecution or ordeal, the effects of it linger and outdate the time period, where the worst of it happened, but that's all overlooked by certain influences and for some odd reason they feel justified and entitled to, continually, shadow over my life after those events and things, and I just can't accept that, without there being no justice for a situation like this that's so blatant, now that we all look back at it, I said years ago, whoever cared about what's right cared about God, and things like that, fairness, justice, and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, we go take this one bread, like the bread, following the bread trail. We gonna take this one crumb at a time. You feel me? And we go. And I don't know what's going on in my life. I just recently found out. You know what I'm saying? At the time, that's what I was thinking. I recently found out that some things don't even supposed to be happening. I don't know, but I need help. And that was the situation. But now we know what it was. These influential figures try to steal Eli, everything about Eli. Brand, identity, personality, all that. And such continually stay present, on my life with the knowledge of the structures after, the damages irreversible that already been performed against my life for a prolonged period of time, even with the involvement of the structures who intentionally misrepresented and mislabeled Jesus Christ and made false associations to the Lord, to things, to, unfitting, for the situation, and by saying, because the Lord, all I know is Dexter Ray, Elijah was born in America, and I feel like, everybody know how they made the associations, indirectly. They was acting on those associations, and they was calling, they mislabeled the Lord, as being something otherwise. And even after they saw his power and stuff, and they used that misrepresentation of him to violently act and to indefinitely pursue murder, of the innocent person. because of a number of factors. What some influential figures and artists had invested into, this scam, like as far as like assimilating and appropriating brands' likenesses for the, max possible, you feel me, for the most possible they could get paid from. That's one thing, so they had to try to secure their fortune by destroying God's, or whatever their origins, their source was. They had to hide their sources. Another thing is, some people didn't never want Eli, to have power or to come into power on that level. You feel me? They did not want to see that. And so they did everything they could to ensure that did not happen. And you got to understand that this situation, it was happening way back then, since 94, 95. It's still happening today in 2021. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation. Like from 94 to 2002, from 94 to 2002, that fame was natural. You feel me? That fame that I had for being Elijah, it was natural. That was normal fame. But in 2002, between 2002 and 2013, 2014, something happened. You feel me? That sabotaged my life for the rest of my time in the whole earth. And so from 2013, 14, all the way to now, 2021, my fame returned. This time for my literature, my literary talent. You know what I'm saying? Last time I had fame, it was just because of the supernatural power of God that was upon my life, at that time. The energy, it was just good. It was an event that it was just a good event, God, it was great. Some people didn't understand it. Some people ain't probably esteem it, but most did, That was the situation. So from 94, 2002, that was true fame. That was, that was good. That was pure. But from 2013, 14, all the way to 2021, the fame was tainted. You know what I'm saying? It was mixed with something that wasn't pure, wasn't wholesome. It was some fame that was hearkened to my life, in spite of what things that transpired from 2002 to 2013. You know what I'm saying? So something wasn't right in that gap right there. And whatever it was involved the government, it involved artists, it involved civilians. You feel me? It's just a egregious hate-filled situation. And so given the nature, the gravity of the things, that happened to my life, I'm the only person that's really an advocate for my life. You know what I'm saying? I have no choice but to, speak and talk on these things because it happened to me. It ain't nobody else that's gonna fight for me. You know what I'm saying? What happened to me wasn't even fair. So extreme hate crime. Larger than life, but yeah, some people was taken out, man, to make room for other people. You know what I'm saying? And LA ain't never see a dime from anything. You feel me? I never saw a dime from, anything. So I wouldn't want it though, because of, the way it was attained. You feel me? The way it was attained all these years. I wouldn't even want it, to be honest, And so that brings another question. For what purpose are these same celebs, why are they here right now with the knowledge of the capital? You know what I'm saying? Like, keeping watch on me, spying on me. You feel me? Why? Holds a lot of questions.